Hello, Ravens Librarian here with the final part of my playthrough of Warhammer 40k's Dawn of War. I'm doing this. In the last part, we went after and defeated the traitor librarian, the friend of the captain. But now we need to deal with the person responsible for his corruption, and the one pulling all the strings throughout the campaign, the chaos sorcerer Sindri.
The planet of Tartarus is ravaged. Its population has fled or died under the foot of the orc. Its cities are smashed and burning. Its very ground is irrevocably tainted with the blood of aliens, traitors, and cultists. There is nothing left. Nothing but blasphemous heathens and the mighty space marines who will destroy them. In this dark place, in this dark hour, we will stand against the enemies of the Emperor, and they will know that not even here on this desecrated infernal rock will we suffer the existence of the heretic. Not now. Not ever.
Two things before we start the mission, because I think there's going to be a lot of things to talk about when the mission gets started. So specifically about what he's talking about. First, even though he's talking about it from a more symbolic spirit, the idea that their blood taints the land, it should be noted that chaos and the powers of the warp in this setting can affect the physical world in a very literal sense. So it's not just symbolically the idea that these places are being tainted by chaos corruption. There is also a very literal effect that chaos has on the landscape if there's enough influence from the warp in the area, in question. And considering all the bloodbath and, actual warp activity that's hitting this region and this planet, yeah, this place is literally being altered just by the mere presence of all this demonic stuff. And the second, more of a joking thing, this, like I said, repeated already, this was my first experience of the 40k setting. So at the time, I absorbed a lot of these things, from the outsider perspective. And so the Space Marines, the captain's bold defiance and determination to stand, even when all cause and argument is lost, it felt very poetic, very tragic, but also very badass. And that's still true, but given all that I now know about the 40k setting, hindsight 2020, it's very humorous for me that he tries to make a point of emphasizing that, considering this is far from the worst type of hell that this setting can throw them at. So I know what he's going for, and I'm not trying to kick a man when he's down, but just keep in mind that there are worse examples in this play, and bigger examples of sacrifice and bravery and sheer stubborn determination to tell, no, screw you. Apparently things are so bad that the radar can't pick up anything. And that's a nice touch. Somebody was keeping track of that.
This disturbance is acting like a beacon for the warpstorm, accelerating its arrival.
We have little time left. We must assume Sindri has released the demon.
Then our course is clear. We must destroy it. However meager our armaments are today, the demon will not find our hearts lacking.
I know. I believe you, Captain. Here.
What is this?
Let's switch weapons.
A demon hammer. God Splitter. We have always intended to destroy the demon within the stone. Would we not appear the fools without the means to dispense our wills?
You entrust this artifact to me?
I can think of no better champion to wield God Splitter against the demon. And you can call it a premonition, but I believe you will end this fight, not I. You are thinking of the traitor Isidore. I render judgment on more people than you can imagine, Captain. Trust me, you are not responsible for the failings or strengths of others. It is not our lot to test their purity. We merely dispense the Emperor's justice. when they fail.
That's an interesting point of view.
The Eldar, if they are this desperate to waste
You can
their
see the
already
warpstorm
meager
behind them.
forces,
Then matters are truly dire. Prepare yourself. You are about to enter a battlefield, unlike any other. Almost a moment more, damn you.
I've worked too hard for this.
Yes, it is upon us.
Sounds like a cultist.
Bear witness to my ascension.
Well, there's a demon prince on the battlefield, everyone.
Under fire.
Get out the big guns and good luck. Enemy loves to just make a beeline for you right out the gate of the battle.
the Maladictum grants the demon prince Sindri unheard of power. But we shall yet be victorious. Pure hearts and the Emperor's word are more than a match for these abominations.
Fear denies faith.
They should be fine.
Charge! Squad broken!
Nice, just as I say that.
For the Emperor! Awaiting orders.
Don't die. That is my order.
Take and we are the Emperor's.
God.
Morale restored.
That was too close.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Go get the relic.
Yes, Lord?
I got a special project for you.
Direct us to the enemy.
The main strategy in this battle is, at least in normal, it's mostly just claim as much as you can, destroy what you can, but prioritizing acquiring resources.
For the Emperor!
Because your main goal is going to be to bring in the heavy weapons and bring them down on the demon prince. That's the goal, is killing him. In the meantime, the Eldar are going to do their own thing. Even on normal, sadly, the Eldar can't do much. You know, I feel like they're mainly there as very desperate support. And also, arguably,
Yes, most beneficent one?
their role is to be a very crude distraction.
Under fire!
Build routine 721 initiated.
Like, they can't fight, it's not a question of their... But, despite having... Even they work to get a relic right now, so you're gonna... Actually registers them as ally, which means you can get close to them and not get into a fight. Which is good, that the game at least...
Take and hold.
The two parties really do recognize that,
Fear denies
you know,
faith.
they got bigger things to worry about. Really,
I am the instrument of his will.
I'm rushing. My main goal right now is just keeping them alive. Although I did just realize something. Okay,
Direct us to the enemy.
one of these has to stay
Maintain
behind.
attack formation.
Yeah, let's spam that.
praise the Emperor.
And the rest of you
Follow my lead.
are gonna join up and help push through this side.
For the Emperor! For the Emperor!
Looks like they're also working on getting...
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
You done?
Here to serve.
Good.
Build routine 721
The
initiated.
Emperor protects. My aim shall not falter.
Faith is our shield. Charge!
That's that main goal. If you're curious why the Eldar are actually so committed to this, obviously it's because the thing that's in the Maladictum is really bad.
Direct us to the enemy.
So they want to absolutely guarantee that it gets destroyed.
What's your order? Orders received, brother.
I don't know why the AI is being all... Well, they're getting into melee. Okay.
Heresy grows from idleness.
These guys are gonna get annoying. Where they wander off to.
Onward to glory! Charge! Under fire!
The AI also loves throwing those guys.
None can stand before the Inquisition.
What?
Under fire! Charge! For the Emperor! Charge! Fear denies faith. Moving out. We stand ready. Faith is our shield.
Yes,
Under
Lord.
fire!
I exist to serve. Build routine 721
My faith
initiated.
is my shield.
Moving forward.
My aim shall not falter.
Well, I'm pretty sure I'm missing something here. Yeah, I need to... Yes, I'm aware. No, do not get into melee. Use your gun. For Pete's sake. Use their turret to help.
I will purge the unclean.
Enemy has to get in range too.
I am prepared.
What is your will?
Okay.
Yes, Lord?
Do we have enough? No. I have some time.
At your command. Under fire. I am prepared. For the Emperor! For the Emperor! I shall crush you beneath my inquisitorial destroyer. Charge!
Goodness says this guy is actually, despite just having switched to a sword, he's actually decent with it. Obviously, just because of his
Yes,
stats.
Lord?
Get the mech ready.
Build routine 721 initiated.
Keep working on getting upgrades.
Yes,
And run!
as you wish.
Run! Get out of there.
For the Emperor!
Build routine
My faith
721
is my
initiated.
My aim shall not falter.
The upgrade should actually help them fight, but we'll see how that goes. Reese and the Eldar are... Forgot to mention. Keep talking about that. The reason the Eldar are willing to commit so much to this, it's not just because the Maladictum is such a threat. That is the core
I
reason
serve
behind it.
mankind.
The reason they're putting up the fight is because
My
the
aim
Inquisitor
shall not
actually
falter.
kind of mentioned it in an offhand manner, but the Eldar do see themselves as enemies of chaos.
Yes, most beneficent one.
And they have a very good reason to be, because they actually have lost a lot because of the Chaos Gods. So they are...
Build routine 721 initiated.
Faith is our shield. Under fire! Charge! Awaiting orders. Under fire! Charge!
But they are really far from, you know...
Here to serve.
They don't always go after Chaos because
721 initiated.
they have other priorities that they have to...
Yes, my lord. Fear denies faith. We stand ready. Moving out. Charge!
Please focus on the building that produces units.
I am ready to pass judgment.
Okay, stop chasing after him. Save the judgment for later.
Yes, Lord. Here to serve. I shall obey. Build routine 71 initiated.
He who stands with me shall
So we're doing pretty easily against these guys, so even with the low units we have.
for the honor of the chapter.
So you might think we don't actually, you know, might be questioning why I'm claiming that we need to build up
I am prepared.
resources. Obviously it's unnormal, but the reason is we actually are gonna need them because
Yes, my lord.
these guys apparently got ambushed when I wasn't paying attention. But there's a reason for it, because the Demon Prince himself is actually a pretty hard guy to take down.
Beware
At
the
least
alien, the mutant, the heretic.
with these units, is what I...
For the honor of the chapter. My aim shall not falter. I serve mankind.
So this is going to be a pretty bad showing for the Eldar, but it's because the AI doesn't really let the Eldar build up any stronger units. Like, these are their normal troops. So these guys aren't going to be able to do much against the best units that the Chaos faction has to throw at them. And that obviously creates a very weird,
Beneficent one.
you know, separation between what the Eldar can do and what they're shown to do in the game. In this game, at least.
We stand ready. Charge. Onward to glory.
You'll again very see, like you saw it in our campaign when we actually had to fight them. Like, sure, they didn't have all their units available because the script wouldn't let them, because then they'd curve stomp us. But yeah, they were actually putting up a better fight against us. And that's on me, the guy who, you know, barely makes a move unless I've got 5 times the firepower.
Awaiting orders.
Oops. Forgot about all that.
Yes, most beneficent one.
How much do I need?
Build routine 71 initiated.
So, like I said, in this scenario,
I am prepared.
we've got the advantage just because the Chaos faction doesn't go all out on us. And they seem to be mostly interested in taking out the Eldar. Maybe it could be because the Eldar AI pushes towards here. And you can see this is where one of their actual bases is. I'm pretty sure, and that's actually, I believe it's where the main guy, Sindri, is.
Under fire.
See, this is... Even this isn't that much. But at least it's something, you know. And there goes the farce here. I'm pretty sure she comes back too. Like, I mean, she might teleport back somewhere around here. That might have actually hit me.
Under fire.
I don't have to help the AI, but you know, they are actually doing most of the hard part by distracting the enemy, so I don't think it's too big a loss to not help them.
Under fire.
Oh, that's a big mistake on your part, guys. You are not winning this fight. Come back when you've got like 50 more of you.
Fear our wrath.
Curious. Does this work on...
Deep striking.
This'll be funny. Hey, Eldar, don't worry. We're here to help.
Take and hold.
Under fire.
None shall survive.
Oh, this is adorable. You think you're beating us?
Take and hold.
No, son, that's not happening.
None shall survive. The Emperor's finest reporting. Take and hold. Where do you need us most?
I'll let them keep the other thing, but I'm taking the rest.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Now that I've got what I need.
Land Raider at your disposal.
For the Emperor!
Okay.
Land Raider at your disposal.
I'll take this the slow and easy way for now.
None shall survive.
Just have a little bit of fun with it.
Land Raider at your disposal.
We await your command.
The only problem is
Fire.
Terminators are pretty slow, but right now I've got the advantage that the AI isn't really doing anything
Awaiting orders.
to stop me. Hold on. Where was the... There it is.
Beware the alien, the mutant, the heretic.
Okay.
My aim shall not falter.
Let's see if we can go through the back area. I just realized I should... The Demon Prince is basically the big threat in the map. The moment he shows up, I'm gonna have an actual problem because
For the Emperor!
he can actually put up a pretty heavy fight against me.
Land Raider at your disposal.
None shall stand in our path.
He is beatable, especially on lower difficulties, since he can't really do much.
Faith is our shield.
But on a one-on-one fight, he's not, you know, he's not anything to laugh at.
None shall stand in our path.
Only the toughest opponents toughest units can really take him on for a straight-on fight.
Land Raider deployed.
I'm aware.
Land Raider at your disposal.
I already told this thing.
Land Raider at your disposal.
Yeah, go help these guys.
For the Emperor.
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
Oh, hey, they're actually going for the strategic points.
My aim shall not falter.
Of course, they're going for the one I just... I blame the Eldar for that.
For the Emperor!
Land Raider at your disposal.
A moment of laxity spawns a lifetime of heresy.
Your words, not mine.
Under fire.
That's fine. It's the same guy. I swear that Dreadnought could hold that spot till he dies. Okay, so they're not even holding that part. All right, forget that then. We'll just head this way.
We stand ready.
It'll be especially hilarious if I wouldn't be surprised if the demon prince comes just to spite me for that. I do with the other Land Raider.
Land Raider armored transport here. The machine spirit is prepared.
Demon Prince hasn't shown up, but still on easy mode, I guess.
Yes.
Still not him. Any moment now he'll show up. But in the meantime, if he's not gonna stop me, I'm not going to not blow him up.
I am prepared.
I hope so, because you're probably the one who's gonna run into him.
I shall crush you beneath my inquisitorial boot. I shall crush you beneath my inquisitorial boot.
It'll probably be really hilarious if I drop an orbital strike
What
on
would
him.
you have me do? My aim shall not falter.
Land Raider at your disposal. Death has arrived. Land Raider armored transport here.
Oh, there he is. No, wait, blow him. Blow that up.
My faith is my shield.
I apologize for this, but I really want to see what happens. Fire app. Okay, time to go.
I am ready to pass judgment.
I'm gonna assume that was because he reached a certain threshold of pain. Oh, come on. Do not get into a pathetic creatures montage here. Nit, you're losing, in case you haven't noticed.
I fear no evil, for I am fear incarnate. Under fire, squad broken. In his name. Walk around this door. In his name.
On the left, brothers.
Don't get too mad.
The enemy must be nearby. For the glory of the Empire. My aim shall not falter. What would you
Got him. It took 2 orbital cannons and I almost killed myself doing it, but I got him.
Human! Do not destroy the stone! You will doom us all!
Ignore her, Captain. Destroy this stone before it leads others to ruin.
Wait, hang on.
You
We can
know
talk
not
about this.
What you do!
Well, just hear her out.
Cannot
She's
allow this. Take this human down!
Alright, never mind.
No!
Fool! You have damned us all!
Well, maybe you hadn't shot us first.
Well done, Captain. Let us bid haste, brothers. The fleet is about to depart and leave us stranded.
After they've shot us twice with lasers, they better frickin' hold up. I gave those shots as a freebie. Okay.
'Cause 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 'cause
Show yourself, demon.
I will soon. Until then, go forth and spread word of my return.
I mean, I'll need a name. You gotta be a lot
I
more
am not your herald, warpastorm.
I mean,
I'm not. You released me.
No, I destroyed the stone.
same thing.
Yes. And had you done so sooner, you might well have vanquished me. Instead, you contributed to my release with your every sacrifice.
Death.
Sacrifice? What sacrifice?
This planet was an altar, human. To the war god, Core. Sindri arranged the orc invasion, knowing space marines would come to end their threat. Every death was a sacrifice toward my release. And I must say, your contributions were many and magnificent. Isidore, Bale, and finally, Sindri himself. Without so many offerings, I would have remained trapped. I thank you. I will spare your life for now.
Well, okay then.
Yes, free. And know I will soon come to claim you.
Then come and find your judgment waiting. You have escaped captivity, only to face annihilation. I know you now.
So that kind of doesn't address the literal implication, but I assume it's, this is my assumption, that the demon is basically gonna let himself get trapped on the planet when the warp storm hits, because for him that like a few decades, centuries trapped on a planet isn't really a big loss. It's if he can get something out of it, for a demon, their concept of time is way more absurd than longer than normal people's. It says proceed to mission, but it's actually not. It's just proceeding to gonna proceed to the credits. So yeah, that was the end of Dawn of War 1. And that was like my first experience with it. Like I can't really speak too well into detail about how I felt having played it. Like I definitely enjoyed it because actually like it motivated me to play the sequels eventually. The and from there on, I eventually got more and more invested in the Dawn of War and the Warhammer 40k setting. I always get them mixed because my head always goes back to the original thing I read, which was played this game. So sometimes I get the two names confused. Only sometimes. Actually, the game credits show you like a lot of the close-up battles. You're gonna really enjoy the visceral. Just the Meg Boy absolutely tearing into these Space Marines. And there's a lot of that with the big bosses. Kane, the Eldar god, the Blood god dude with the axe, and at the end the Demon Prince. Demon Prince is actually one of the labels for when at least I think it's for when the humans achieve demonhood. It could be an actual rank or type of demon, but it's commonly used for the ones for mortals who achieve demonhood, which they treat as godhood because of the whole association and faction. And that's usually one of the two major goals for members of the Chaos faction in the setting. It's either that or bring total annihilation upon the Imperium / humanity, depending on how bad their rage grudge goes. Oh, it is a cool one. you get to see this in the next campaign, but unless you do the AI battles, this is the one that's actually very close to what happened. Same fact, you can actually see the same thing where Kane actually beats that one. I don't know stat wise which one's more common because I've never done the test myself. I've just seen it because of the campaigns. But yeah, speaking of that, right after this, well, ish, a couple like 1 or 2 days tops, I'm gonna be posting my next campaign, which will be Dawn of War: Winter Assault, which is, to my understanding, the direct sequel that followed from this one. It's not direct sequel in terms of narrative because we're not gonna be playing the Space Marine Blood Ravens. In the next game, Winter Assault, we get to play as some of the other races of the 40k setting, and the whole campaign is structured around playing as these different factions. I hope to see you all there. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. Bye.